Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss regarding a bail petition. Actually, this bail petition, anticipatory bail petition, was granted by the Honorable High Court of Delhi to the accused Varun Hiremat. Of course, for cancelling the bail petition, the appellant or the the victim in the rape case, she has approached the Honorable High Court of Supreme Court also. But the two judges bench rejected and dismissed the plea. That means the bail given, the anticipatory bail granted by the High Court will subsist. Okay. So the Honorable Supreme Court has taken inference on only very simple point, that too for considering bail. It has very cautiously stated that this inference is only for granting bail. Of course, in the regular case, whether he has committed the offence or not, we will discuss later. What is that point? The only important point. So, two judges bench, Justice Naveen Sinha and Ajay Rastogi, I believe. Both Ajay Rastogi, Naveen Sinha. They posed a question to Nichya Ramakrishnan, who has filed the bail dismissal petition. Only one question. Madam, if a man and a woman are in a room, man makes a request and the woman obliges, so do you need to say anything more? That means it is consensual sex. It cannot be rape. So that is the inference of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Of course, this is related to only granting of bail. That's all. Right? Of course, elders like us, normally we may not agree with it because of the latest or changed or restructured wording regarding the consent. If the woman does not expressly give her consent, it is deemed that the consent is not given. That's all. But still, since basing on inference, they have granted bail already. Already bail is granted by the Honorable High Court also. Now, let's go into the details of the case. Mr. Varun Hiremat is a famous journalist in Economic Times, ET Now. He will be coming and he will be analyzing the economics very beautifully. Young boy, aged about around 32 or so. He is from Mumbai, from businessman community. He is from Mumbai, right? So he has got our victim. He is known to him. They have got acquaintance. That much we can say. So on 19th February 2021, he visited Delhi on some work, right? So on 20th, this woman met him. This woman is also aged just 22 years. That's all. So both of them had some discussion. Then this man has already booked out ITC Maurya Hotel, a suite which is costing about 11,000 per day. So both of them went there. Of course, the discussion is according to the FIR. In the balcony itself, he proposed to have the so-called act, but she said she is not interested. But of course, they went inside. Then after going inside, he insisted her, please remember the words, he insisted her to have the sexual intercourse, and he also stated that he has booked a room, believing that she will oblige, so for 11,000 she has to comply with it. So unhesitatingly, so because of his insistence, she says that she followed him, she disrobed herself. Even at the time also she was not willing, but because of his so-called persistence or his insistence, she has undergone that sexual act against her will. Right? So this is the contents of the FIR. Even the 164 also stated like that only. Now, basing on the FIR registered at section 376, 342 and 509, 506 IPC, 509 IPC, outraging modest woman. So, the Honorable Supreme Court has put only one question. They depended, their consideration is only for bail. That's all. So, in the FIR, it is also stated that he put a finger in her vagina and he asked for oral sex also, for which she is not willing. But anyway, the sexual act has been done. So, therefore, now putting this question, only one question, the question of normal human conduct. So, if a man and woman are inside the room, if a man insists, if the woman obliges, then it is consensual sex. But of course, here Nitya Ramakrishna also, she wanted to find out the difference between insistence and coercion. If coercion is there, it is rape. Insistence is. So the Honorable Supreme Court draw the line in between the insistence and coercion. If his coercion is there, definitely it is rape. Since it is only insistence, since he obliged, it cannot be a case of rape, but whether it is a case of rape, not only the trial will tell, but as far as the bail is concerned, it is a fit case to give bail, and therefore it has confirmed the bail, so not dismissed, right? So here the Supreme Court observed that the High Court of Delhi has drawn semantic difference between insistence and force, or coercion. Then advocate says, even after disrobing before the penetration, so she pushed him away, but still he instated. She said no multiple times. So you might have seen the film Vakil Saab. No, no, no. You can understand. So advocates also said the mere fact that at a point of time she is disrobed is not sufficient, so-called, to say that she has consented. Right? So this is the very critical case, very typical case. So please remember, the advocate, according to the advocate, it was not a state of continued consent. So penetration was without her consent. So he absconded for 50 days after his family members. Only after granting bail, anticipate bail only, he came out. Actually, in the first instance, the Patiala court, that is Sessions Court, it did not grant bail, dismissed. Then High Court granted bail. Of course, against to this, she approached the Honorable Supreme Court of Delhi to dismiss the bail petition. But Supreme Court also agreed with the findings of the High Court. So this is the thing. Please remember. So it depends on the actually the inference. Only one point here. If a man and woman are found in a room, if a man asks and she obliges, what can we think? Do you need anything more? That's all. Right? Thank you.